Hello everybody, I'm doing Scorpio's April 2020 Love Tarot card reading. So, if you do like my videos, feel free to like, share, subscribe, and comment, okay? So, we start this reading off with a feeling of defeat. This is the Five of Wings card, okay? It's not really defeat, it's overcoming a defeat. So, what was the defeating circumstances here? The defeating circumstances is somebody was in a third-party relationship. Okay, so they're in a third party relationship. I guess the other party is trying to recover from that knowledge. Then we have a tower reverse. So it's almost like, okay, you cheated on me. How dare you cheat on me and not tell me? Now all of a sudden it's real now. Like all of a sudden I'm out. Let's see what happens. Somebody really is out. I didn't pay attention. So we have a single female here. I don't know who did the cheating. Okay, here. But when I look at the end of the storyline, it could be the masculine who did the cheating and the female is here. It could be. Okay. Let's see. So the next card is the Ten of Gems reversed. So if the masculine left, so maybe we're looking at it from his perspective, but I'm not really sure. So if the masculine left, his finances right now are flipped upside down. So he lost his financial security when he left the situation because, let me see, I didn't quite check. This tower reverse just means somebody left, okay? So it's that one person is single and doing well financially, okay? It could be the female, and in this case it happens to be the female. So we show that here with the Queen of Gems reversed. So the Queen of Gems reversed is kind of privileged, okay? So, well, she's privileged in general. She's the Queen of Pentacles, okay? But when she's in the reverse, a part of the problem with this relationship dynamic has to do with the fact that maybe perhaps she may come across as condescending or vain, and maybe perhaps that drives away her masculine. So her masculine seems like he was dependent on her financially, and then if he was caught cheating, he maybe lost his financial security. The queen is in the reverse. So say for instance, if they have children, it like this card in the reverse kind of means like instead of the house running perfectly and everything going smoothly and everything being perfect, it's kind of like things are in disarray or people are just out of their place role wise. So it probably has the queen in an emotional tailspin or something. And so we have the Two of Roses in the reverse. This is a card of crossroads. So this is a card of being unequally partnered. This is in regard to finances because it seems like the masculine is leaning on the feminine for her financial wealth. So the next card here is the Fool reversed. So I think this is from the queen's perspective since we just saw her card. She's like regretting embarking on this relationship because I guess she's saying that he wasn't up to her standard. And I know that's financially, but because she's the Queen of Pentacles, it could just be that she's not looking at the whole picture. If she only saw him and his finances, but didn't see him as a person, that may be why she might be running him away. Because it's like, if you're coming across as judgmental, it's not a good thing. It's like you're not coming with love, you're coming to point fault or something, or to, find something negative to say. That's not going to produce love. So she's regretting making the decision to date this person, but because she's in the reverse position, she kind of needs to also be aware of her own flaws too. That, if she could be a little bit more loving and embrace her masculine for who he is, maybe perhaps he wouldn't have cheated on her because he's likely the one who cheated on her. Just because I looked through the cards and I'm aware of it. So, the Emperor here. Oh, wait, did I miss something? Okay, no, there's something else. No, okay, I'm saying it correctly. When I look at the cards first and then when I read them, it's two different things. So the Emperor card here, I'm not sure if while the Queen of Pentacles is at work or something, she has an admirer at work. I'm not quite sure because, like I said, when I look at the cards at first, I see something totally different. So she may have an admirer at work who is interested in her. This may be an older person who is interested in her. So I don't know if it's kind of like if you're a female, you kind of know how the thing is. You could be minding your business, doing your work, and then all of a sudden you got news that somebody has the feels for you, and then all of a sudden you get flirty and you don't even maybe realize you're doing it. So I think that's what's going on here. Like she got word, it's like she just had a breakup, and because word gets out so quickly through the grapevine, like maybe perhaps her boss heard that she had a breakup, so maybe her boss was interested in her, and now all of a sudden she may be getting giddy and in the feels without even realize she's doing it, because now she realizes another person may be approaching her. So the next card here is the Five of Shells, and this is a card of disappointment. This is Five of Cups. Instead of her embracing the new love that may be around her, she's still kind of complaining or crying about the person from the past, which, by the way, I just mentioned, she might not have treated him with as much love and respect as I spoke about this in another reading. It's kind of like the standard for guys is totally different from the standard for girls. And sometimes as females, we don't really understand what drives men away, because it almost seems like we think they're big, strong men and we think that we can't hurt their feelings. But yet they're people just like us, and then we can hurt their feelings and we have no idea. And then they go off and do something really weird behind our backs and we don't know the reason why. Okay? That's the weird thing about relationships. So anyway, she's crying about the relationship she lost, but not really realizing her way of looking at her masculine. Like maybe she could have said something that hurt his feelings about his finances, and he took it personal, didn't tell her, and then was doing things behind her back to hurt her, which is kind of sad, because maybe it'd be better if he just told her, like, can you please respect me as a man? I may not make as much as you do, but I still love you. Can you please treat me with respect? And maybe that would have resolved something and prevented cheating from going on. So the next card here is the Two of Gems, and it's a card of change. So I think what's going on right here is that she let go of an old relationship. She at least got over it somewhat because someone else may be interested in her. But at the same time, she doesn't know what to do because she still is clinging on to the past to some degree. So she's like kind of weighing her options, like, well, my boss at least has the amount of money I would like to see. But at the same time, she still maybe has feelings for her past person. So the next card here is the Ace of Wings reversed. So in this situation, something is a loss. Let me think about it. She may be calling the old relationship, like that old relationship is already too messed up beyond repair. So now, so as she's mentioning this old relationship, here comes the old relationship partner, I think. I don't think this is her boss, because it seemed like she's tied up in the old situation, in her feelings. So here we have the Prince of Shells, okay? He's in the reverse position. And I want you to pay attention to something. If you look here, you would see that the Queen of Gems is in the reverse position. The Prince of Shells is in the reverse position. This is a queen and this is a prince, okay? So there's already an imbalance here. If two people loved each other, they could have made it work, because if she was a queen and he was a knight or a page, if she really loved him, she could have made it work, right? But because she is used to wealth being so important, she really, really is looking at his position and his status and his finances. So that's kind of throwing off the relationship. And then so as a result, the masculine may be thinking, well, if you can't respect me as a man, I'm sorry if I say this, but maybe he's saying he's not going to respect her as a female because she's not respecting him as a male, which is kind of sad, because like I said, if he would speak up and say, can you just love me for me? If she understood that, maybe they could talk it out instead of play it out, like play games. So Anyway, I just want to point it out. Both of them are in the reverse position because maybe perhaps this is a toxic dynamic. Like, if she wants to be in a relationship with him, she might have to accept him for where he is and maybe encourage him to get to where she wants him to be for it to work. So, in this reverse position, this Prince of Shells, he is going to cheat. He's going to not be responsive to you if you say, "Where are you?" You know, he's gonna be like, "Well, I don't owe you an explanation because I don't know." It's like some people like hold grudges and they don't like forgive things. And so, like, if you're gonna be in a relationship, you kind of have to be able to compromise. You have to be able to express your feelings to your person and not to everybody else but your person for things to work. So it seems like they have communication issues. So that was the Prince of Shells reversed. So he is maybe refusing to let the situation go also. It seems like they have a misstep in their relationship, and because they're approaching each other wrong, it's causing a problem, but maybe perhaps they do have feelings for each other. So like he is not necessarily letting it go, but he is maybe transforming maybe how he looks at the situation. So the next card here is the Ten of Shells. It's a card of success. So I don't know if both parties are maybe reconsidering their ways, because the female, she was crying over the mistakes of the relationship. Like, why did I let this happen? Why did I let that happen? And then the masculine is like, maybe he needs to let it go, but he doesn't want to let it go. So it's like they both want to work on it. So, because maybe they both want to work on it, maybe perhaps they're starting to turn a little bit around, okay? Because we had this Ten of Shells card, which is the Ten of Cups card, which means family unity. So it seems like maybe perhaps they are, I'm going to flip it back again. It seems like they understand that they messed up and maybe perhaps they're willing to work on it. So let's see what happens next. So then we have the Ten of Roses in the reverse position. It's kind of weird because it's kind of saying that they were happy, and then it says somebody's letting go of the stress and the burdens. Okay? And because we're talking about this charmer here, like the charmer is like refusing to let the situation go, right? Okay, maybe it's saying something else. Maybe it's saying he doesn't want to let the situation go. I can't tell for definite, but maybe perhaps he's doing it from a distance. Maybe his happy family is him by himself somewhere else, like in separation. So it's saying that he let the burden go. So to him, it was a burden to try to please this person who was condescending and not showing him genuine love. So the next card here is the Ace of Shells reversed, which means no new beginning. So the love is not there because maybe somebody's holding a grudge and the other person is being judgmental. So the next card here is the Prince of Gems. So this Prince of Gems is it's like this. So in a toxic dynamic where the masculine didn't feel appreciated, he was acting like a really bad spouse, partner, boyfriend, however you want to say it. But it's kind of like he was being stubborn and fighting the power. Like, I don't know, it's a mind game he's playing. He's saying, well, if you don't value me for me, I'm not going to value you for you, you know? But he could have just spoke up and said, well, I want you to love me for me or we can't be together. Instead of doing that, he played games. But then when you take the partner away, like the person he thought that didn't appreciate him for who he was, when you take away that responsibility, because it just seems a little bit weird. It's a little bit strange. Then all of a sudden he comes in the upright, and now all of a sudden he's trustworthy and responsible. It just kind of seems a little bit weird because if I don't know, I don't think he should have let a situation turn him into a bad person, because if the situation was bad, he should have let it go instead of letting it turn him into a very a selfish person, or a person who's playing mind games. So anyway, right now, because he let go of the relationship that wasn't working, now perhaps maybe he might be trustworthy. So now, because he is behaving himself now all of a sudden he becomes more lucky as a person, okay? So the next card is the Four of Gems. So I'm not sure if he's just holding on to his money because he may be by himself. So now maybe he's not spending as much. I don't know what else. So whatever space he's in, he could be taking good care of his space and just learning how to be on his own financially and just in general. So the next card is the Nine of Roses, and this is a card of habits. Well, here this is the Nine of Wands basically, and it is about him feeling traumatized from the experience. So maybe he's hesitating to get into another relationship. So the next card here is the Seven of Wings reversed. It's a card of like bad news and opposition. I'm surprised I didn't clarify this one. But the reason why is because I kind of figured out what it meant. So he's feeling traumatized, and then we have the adversarial energy here. Let me see. So the next card that we have is the opposition that he sees, or what he thinks was the opposition, is the feminine, because he feels like she was being too vain. She couldn't see the truth in him or love him for who he was. And because of that, like maybe perhaps she was always negative or something like that toward him. And so the next card is the World card reversed. And so this is about, it seems kind of weird because it seems like they keep not letting each other go, but they still kind of are in a mismatch here with the energies. Like when you're in a toxic situation, it turns you upside down. And let me see what else. So let's see. So the next card here is the Queen of Shells reversed. This is the card of the empath. And what does this mean? Like when she's reversed, she I think what's going on is like when the people, I don't know if these are twin flames, when they go into separation, they like learn how to let people treat them. Like it's like I don't want a person to use me financially but then cheat on me. That's maybe what's going on through her mind. She also may be jealous, so she may be wondering who he's with. And I'm not sure if I had clarified what the masculine was going through as far as his changes are concerned. I mean, I think I did say it, like here he's the Prince of Gems. So he was like, okay, good. Now I don't have to please you anymore. Now I can just be myself. And like I said, it would have been easier for him to just be himself. Like it's kind of like a child fighting a battle with his mom or something. Like the mom will say, put up your shoes or something like that. And the child will say, no, I don't want to put up my shoes. And it's like the child is going to play a game of let me be stubborn. Let me not do whatever you say to do. Instead of just to say, maybe just clarify why he wouldn't put up his shoes, So it's just something like that. Like it would be good if this prince would have told the feminine why he was upset instead of having to cheat on her. So it's like they're learning, like, I'm away from you now. Let me see how I can be a better person. So from the feminine's point of view, she's like, wait, I gave him the power to cheat on me. He was using my money. He was going to see other women with my money. Why was I giving him my money? I don't want him to disrespect me. And so what does she do? She says, okay, I'm not going to give you any more resources now. Okay. And that could be kind of easy because they may not be living together anymore. But she doesn't plan to invest her resources with him. So the next card is the Eight of Gems. So it's like she's thinking about, well, who should I invest my resources with? Who is a reliable person? Who is up to my standard? Who can I love and appreciate? Hopefully that's what she's saying, because that's what love is about. Like, who can I love and appreciate? I'm not sure what she's thinking, but it's something about it's something about who should she invest in, okay? I might be throwing my own thoughts in there with, like, somebody she could love and appreciate. That's kind of important. So the next card here is the Two of Wings. And so this is like the Two of Swords. She's indecisive. She doesn't know who to invest with at the moment. Maybe she doesn't date a lot. I almost think that she had a boss. Where's the boss? It almost seemed like she had a boss who was interested in her. Okay? I don't know if that didn't work out or something. So anyway, so she's indecisive. So she gets, I don't know if she gets in a vehicle or something to maybe go somewhere. And for some reason, for this reading, I feel like when she got in her vehicle to go somewhere, I don't know if she got stopped for a ticket or something, and then all of a sudden this cop comes and brings her a ticket and they hit it off. I don't know why I picked up that vibe. So I don't know if that's for somebody specific or not, I don't really know. But anyway, the Chariot, because it's like she's indecisive, right? And then, so she's indecisive, she's moving forward, right? But with whom? So maybe I have to clarify who this person is, this King of Wings. He's a professional person. So it's like she was looking for somebody who was up to her standard, okay? So this could just be a masculine guy who is, a professional guy who maybe doesn't have time to go out and have a lot of flings. Maybe perhaps he goes to work on a steady job and he's more reliable, and like she can put her trust in him. But anyway, this does not have to be a police officer, It could be somebody in the legal field. It can be somebody in the political arena. But in general, basically, she's kind of, it's kind of like she said, who should I invest with? And then she's like, that's a good idea. Let me figure out who I can invest with. And then when she moves forward with that thought process, the right person possibly appears. So it doesn't have to be a police officer or a political person. It could just be that the right person comes along on her path, okay? Okay, so that's the end of your reading, and this is for the what day? This is for the April 2020 for Scorpios, okay? You guys, if you don't mind, you can look through my playlist for other videos. I have 2020 previews. I have daily tarot card readings, so feel free to browse through my channel playlist, okay? If you'd like to make a donation or if you like a personal reading, look in the description box below for the links. I appreciate you guys watching, and I appreciate all of my subscribers and people who view my videos, okay? Take care. Bye-bye.